Hi there, Eduardo here to present to you Cisco Voice and Unified Communications Administration. Actually, that's a lot to say, so normally we go by the initials ICOMM version 8.0, or better yet, CCNA Voice. The whole purpose of this class is to introduce you to the different Cisco Unified Communications products and get you ready to take and pass successfully the certification exam 640-461. So let's start with doing a review of all the different unified communications products that Cisco offers for us. We're going to see in this class the Cisco Unified Communications Manager Express. We're also going to see the Cisco Unified Communications Manager, Cisco Unity Connection, and Cisco Unified Presence. And let's start with Cisco Unified Communications Manager. This is a router-based solution which Cisco Systems developed for medium to small size organizations. Unified Communications Manager Express brings all the functionality that was previously reserved for large organizations with large PBXs to smaller environments. It supports IP telephony, which is the capability of taking a voice signal and putting it inside an IP packet so it can go across an IP network. Supports video telephony as well, which is taking voice and video, putting them into an IP packet to carry them over your regular IP network. Supports up to 350 IP phones, and this is dependent on the platform. We're going to see in a second that the Integrated Services Router Generation 2 3945 is the one that supports 350 IP phones. Supports conferencing, and in a traditional PBX-based environment, this conferencing was done through a central hub, but it's not like that in an IP network. And yet, Communications Manager Express is capable of supporting ad hoc conferencing and meet-me conferencing with the use of a bridge. Supports tool command language, which allows to bring in more functionality into the IP endpoint and supporting third-party applications to improve end-user productivity and efficiency. And of course, this is a product that is based on the Integrated Services Router. So in this table, we're seeing all the different models of the Integrated Services Router Generation 2 that support Communications Manager Express. On the low end, we have the Cisco 2901 ISRG2, which supports a maximum of 35 IP phones. On the high end of the spectrum, we have the Cisco 3945 ISRG2, and this is the unit that supports up to 350 phones. Additionally, these routers can be equipped with voice WAN interface cards or enhanced high-speed WAN interface cards that provide trunking capabilities over to the traditional public switch telephone network. Now compare, for example, the 3945 ISRG2, which supports up to 350 phones, with the older 3845 ISR, with only supports 250 phones. There is much more horsepower built into these newer routers. So the way this works, when user A, where you see on the slide on IP phone A, wants to call user B, picks up the handset, and immediately the phone signals Communications Manager Express. This registration of the phone can be done either through Session Initiation Protocol, SIP, or through Skinny Control protocol, Skinny Call Control Protocol, SCCP. SIP is an IETF standard, and we're going to talk about these protocols a little bit later on in this class. And Skinny Call Control Protocol is Cisco proprietary. So by signaling and sending the number that it wants to call, IP phone A over to Cisco Communications Manager Express, Cisco Communications Manager Express is going to look up where is a destination, and it's going to signal that end station, and it's going to provide the necessary ringtone. Once the user with IP phone B picks up, a direct connection through real-time protocol is established between these two endpoints. At this point, Communications Manager Express is not necessary anymore. Let's say, for example, Eduardo comes in, it doesn't know that he has two users on a conversation, and takes down the router for an update. That will not disconnect the call. They will be able to continue the call, and when the router it's reloaded, all the full capabilities of Cisco Communications Manager Express will be available again for these end stations. Now, the key features of Cisco Unified Manager Express. First of all, call processing. This is the system that provides all the necessary signaling, all the necessary registration, provides the phones with all the necessary features through signaling and device control. Now remember one thing, Cisco Unified Communications Manager Express is meant for medium to small locations where there might not be people with IT knowledge. For that purpose, there is a GUI that allows the end user to do the routine maintenance, that is adding users, removing users, changing numbers, all that normal routine maintenance. For more advanced capabilities, for more advanced configuration features, it is the CLI. And this is for people with knowledge of Cisco iOS. Directory services. All that directory will be located in the integrated services router. CTI support, computer telephony interface support. So it adds more functionality, more capabilities to the IP endpoint, not just to make phone calls. Single or multi-site deployments. Previously I told you that Communications Manager Express was meant for a small location. And you're going to be wondering, it's Eduardo lying? No, I wasn't. Cisco Communications Manager, Unified Communications Manager Express can also interoperate with its bigger sister, Cisco Unified Communications Manager, in having the Unified Communications Manager on the central side and Unified Communications Manager Express on remote branches, so they can operate together. And of course, it supports remote teleworkers, whether people working from home or people who are continuously on the road, and additionally provides certain features that allow communications with partners and suppliers and other things. We're going to continue seeing more features about Cisco Communications Manager and Cisco Unity Connection, which is going to come next. So don't go to sleep yet, just stand by.